Welcome back to the American Zone. Tonight, all eyes are on Washington, D.C., as the specter of a government shutdown looms large, with a critical meeting now set to take place between President Donald Trump and top Democratic leaders. In a development that could either be a breakthrough or a political stalemate, President Trump is expected to sit down with Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries later this week. The meeting, confirmed by multiple sources familiar with the plans, is slated for Thursday. This comes as lawmakers face a rapidly approaching government funding deadline, and the clock is ticking. The impetus for this high-stakes encounter came from the Democratic congressional leaders themselves. They penned a letter to the White House over the weekend, explicitly requesting a meeting with the president. Why? According to Senator Schumer, there's been no negotiation with Republicans. He told CNN's Dana Bash on State of the Union that this meeting is the only way to avoid a Trump shutdown, emphasizing that Republican leadership appears to be taking its cues from the former president rather than engaging with Democrats. President Trump, for his part, has shown a willingness to meet. Over the weekend, he indicated he'd love to meet with Schumer and Jeffries. However, he also tempered expectations, adding that he didn't think it was going to have any impact. When pressed on Sunday about the likelihood of such a meeting, Schumer reiterated that he and Jeffries were ready to meet with him any time and place to negotiate and avoid the Trump shutdown. As we've seen in recent days, Democratic leaders and rank-and-file members have publicly projected a united front. Many within the party appear eager for a political fight with Trump. However, there are also whispers of concern. Some worry about the party's exit strategy should Trump and the GOP remain steadfast in their refusal to compromise. Lawmakers, as you know, left Washington last Friday for a week-long break without any clear path forward after both a House-passed 7-week government funding measure and a Democratic alternative were rejected in the Senate. So what exactly are the sticking points that are pushing us to the brink? Republicans have put forward a bill to fund the government through November 20th, which they describe as a clean continuing resolution, or CR. This proposal includes an additional $30 million for congressional security and $58 million for security for the executive and judicial branches. It also contains a funding fix for D.C., which would unlock $1 billion of the city's own money, correcting an error in a previous bill. The Democratic bill, on the other hand, includes more extensive healthcare changes. Notably, it aims to extend Enhanced Affordable Care Act subsidies that are currently set to expire at the end of the year. Republicans have vehemently argued that adding such provisions to a stopgap funding bill is inappropriate, insisting these should be negotiated as part of a broader year-end funding package. As the deadline rapidly approaches, the pressure is mounting on all sides. Will this upcoming meeting between President Trump, Senator Schumer, and Representative Jeffries break the deadlock, or will Washington plunge into yet another government shutdown? We'll be keeping a close eye on this developing story and bringing you all the updates right here on the American-ish Zone. That's all for tonight's top story. Join us next time for more unbiased, impactful news. Until then, stay informed, stay engaged, and good night, America.